The Biden administration this morning has taken the first step to reclassify marijuana as less dangerous, moving it from a Schedule I drug.
Since 1970, marijuana has been designated as a Schedule I drug alongside substances like LSD and heroin. Now the Justice Department is proposing moving it to Schedule III. That's the same category as ketamine, steroids, or Tylenol with codeine.
Finally. It's about damn time. So the Biden administration has done another good thing. Credit where credit is due. They have cleared the last regulatory hurdle for marijuana to be reclassified as a less dangerous drug, something that should have happened a long time ago, but whatever, we'll take it. So despite being legalized for recreational use in 24 US states, marijuana has long been categorized as a Schedule I drug by the DEA, with the agency saying it has a high potential for abuse and the potential to create severe psychological and or physical dependence. Look, it has the capability of good times like that. Anyway, I don't want to just say that because some people shouldn't use it. But the idea that it's this super dangerous drug, that it should have had that classification to begin with, is insane. But
I saw a movie many years ago, Reefer Madness, and it seemed pretty scary based on what I saw.
I saw what happens to your brain. It's just like a fried egg.
100%. Yeah, should have happened forever ago. I mean, it should have happened long before Biden became president. Even once Biden became president, I mean, he's almost not president anymore, and it's just they're moving towards it now. And maybe it's the sort of thing that you do in the run-up to election to add some stakes to the election.
Totally.
Because as the DEA can be prodded to move in this direction, if he gets sent out of the White House, they can move right back in the other direction. Why not?
Yeah, that is an interesting point to bring up. I don't know how the Trump administration would act. Like, should Trump get reelected, would he undo it? I have no idea.
It is possible that he sees marijuana differently than other drugs, but he does openly fantasize about the death penalty for drug dealers.
You know, you're
right.
So
he has pitched himself as being very hardcore in opposition to drugs.
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
Well, not only that, I mean, I believe it was his brother who had an alcohol addiction. And so he claims to not take any substances, and he seems to frown upon all substances, although some have speculated. Some people are saying that maybe he's on stimulants when he gives speeches. I don't know. People are saying, but Schedule II drugs, which are considered less dangerous, include, get a load of this, cocaine, meth, and fentanyl. So the reason
marijuana is more dangerous than the thing that can kill a cop at 3 miles away.
Yes, and I think the reason for that is because in order to be a Schedule I drug, it's not just about how dangerous the drug is, which honestly, I don't think marijuana compared to these other substances is more dangerous. However, the argument used to be that marijuana had no medicinal use. Obviously, that has been disproven. Well, meth is actually the active ingredient in some pharmaceutical drugs, believe it or not. Yeah, and obviously we know fentanyl is used in some hospitals as an opiate, and then you have cocaine, which I think has been used for medicinal purposes.
I mean, many years ago, it certainly was.
Right, so, I mean.
It's a cure-all. Yeah, no, the entire thing is utter madness.
Like Coca-Cola.
There's a lot about our politics that on a variety of levels does not make sense, but there's like an S+ tier of this is BS plus tier. Having marijuana be outlawed is just absolute madness. You are not obligated to consume it. You will never be obligated to consume it. But the idea that people should be locked up for selling it or for consuming it or possessing it is utter madness. As I have always said, I can, on my way home, I can stop at a supermarket and I can drink a gallon of rum if I want to.
Or bleach.
Or bleach, and it's totally legal. But marijuana, too dangerous, could hurt people, it's madness.
Do you like rum?
I don't drink a lot of hard liquor, but rum at least has a taste to it.
I like rum.
Yeah. I like rum.
I like dark rum, just sip on that good quality dark rum.
I'll drink a darkened Storby or a Mule or something, I'll do that.
Delicious.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Let's get a drink.
So, look, although the Schedule 1 drug list is supposed to list substances with no currently accepted medical use, as I was referring to earlier, 38 states currently allow medical use of marijuana to treat symptoms of cancer, HIV/AIDS, multiple sclerosis, and a host of other syndromes and diseases. Now, the real question is, all right, well, what will marijuana be reclassified as? And it appears that they're considering reclassifying it as a Schedule 3. So the new category weed would fall into would be Schedule 3, which has a moderate to low potential for physical and psychological dependence, which I think is fair. You know, I think there is a possibility of a psychological addiction to marijuana.
Sure.
But it's different from a chemical addiction that you might get from other drugs like cocaine, for instance, or meth.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, and because marijuana was on the list of Schedule 1 drugs, it's been super difficult to conduct research on it. So that was one of the other issues. A lot of scientists were like, can we please just reclassify this so we can study it? Because a lot of people are using it and we want to see what the impact is on their bodies, on their brains. Researchers say it's crucial to directly study marijuana as it's being sold and marketed to consumers, particularly edibles, vape cartridges, and highly concentrated forms such as waxes. That would still be challenging under Schedule 3 because the drug would continue to be treated as a therapeutic rather than an increasingly popular recreational product. Still, some researchers are hopeful that reducing the Schedule to Schedule 3 will open the door for them to conduct more research with human subjects, which is an important thing to do when it comes to this research. There are also some economic effects. For the $34 billion cannabis industry, the move would also eliminate significant tax burdens for businesses in states where the drug is legal. Oh my God, this is really good news. This is really good news, everybody. This
It'd be cheaper, yeah.
I buried the lead. Buried the lead.
Yeah.
No, taxes be crazy, yo. Like in California, marijuana taxes, we got to do better. Listen, I'm all for taking that tax revenue and redirecting it to things that make our communities better. That was what the plan was. I didn't realize that they were gonna have this insane tax attached to legal marijuana in the state of California, which by the way, encourages people to still go to the black market to buy their drugs. Yeah, not me, I'll pay the tax, but I don't like it.
Yeah, well, and look, that's one of the most obvious of the things where we discovered as we got legalized in more and more states that it can be legal, but still be hampered in all these different ways. In many states, it has to be conducted entirely with cash. Often the businesses can't get business loans because of the nature of it. There's a lot of different things that have made it difficult for this industry to really flourish and has artificially increased the price as well.
So, and just to clarify one other thing. So when they talk about how this would lower taxes, they're specifically referring to the taxes that the dispensaries have to pay. I'm hoping that it will then, I hate to use this phrase, but trickle down to the consumers as well. In California, it might have to happen through legislation, something I gotta look into. But look, overall, this is great. This is fantastic news. It means more research, hopefully less criminalization in states that have banned marijuana and refused to join the 21st century. People like Charlie Kirk, who says, weed is bad for you, it makes you lazy, lethargic, and addicted. Stop smoking weed, stop popping edibles, stop vaping THC. I mean,
he's free to think it, I guess.
Sure, yeah, no, I respect his opinion. I also see his face twitching all the time. Like, what's going on with that?
Maybe it would help him balance out, find some balance, yeah.
Think about it.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.